Warning: this podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's up? I am Scrooge Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. Happy holidays and what's going on to you, brother?
Man, happy holidays to you as well, man. But I'm doing all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I work one of those jobs where all we get is Thanksgiving, you understand? We back at it. We back at it the next day. And then the crazy thing is, man, this ride I'm on now is like literally I do everything around the mall.
Oh man.
Hey, but it was crazy today, but it was crazy today. But yeah, as far as the holidays though, man, you know, hit up both sides of the family. Got to see a lot of people I don't see a lot, so that was cool. But how about you, man? How your holidays went?
Man, my holiday was good, man. Cooked a lot of food. Made a turkey, you know what I'm saying, for the first year. You know what I'm saying? So I was in charge of the turkey thing, and you know what I'm saying, I put that together, I brined it, you know what I mean, and buttered that bad boy up, stuffed it, you know what I mean. And it was all right. It came out pretty good. It came out moist and everything. So I did all right, man. I ain't dry the turkey up.
All right, so let me ask you this though. I mean, look, you brought up turkey, man. I'm just saying, did you even attempt to try to deep fry them bad boys? And I saw a lot of videos with like.
Let me tell you something, man. Hell no. My uncle got a guy that he goes to, and he get, you know what I'm saying, he do the deep fried turkey, but he been doing it for years, so he got the experience to do it.
Yeah.
So my uncle go to him, and he just buy them off of them. So if we ever get a deep fried turkey, we got to go through my uncle. He got the plug, so I won't be doing that shit. I seen the videos as well. I'm not about to be on one of them.
Hey, man, them videos is wild, but I'm telling you,
that shit is crazy.
People be coming out with third-degree burns for real.
Shit, people's house be burning down, man.
Hell yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, so I'm cool, man. But man, you know what I'm saying? It's that time, man. We got to get into what we watching, bro. You ready?
Oh shit, hell yeah.
Let's go.
What we watching?
So, I'm gonna go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
My what we watching, I only got one. My what we watching is actually pretty old, but I just got hip to it. It's a show that's on Comedy Central called Southside, and it's about two guys that work for like a renter center place, and they basically is going through, you know what I'm saying, the day in the life of them, they co-workers and two police officers, like just basically a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, on the south side of Chicago. And when I tell you, bro, like it's like 2 seasons that I'm on season 2, like episode 8. When I tell you, bro, it's hilarious. They got like Lil Rel in there. You know what I'm saying? They got like they had like Kevin Damn Simpson. So like they got a bunch of people from Chicago, a lot of comedians and shit from Chicago that's in there, like some famous people from Chicago that's in there. Deion Cole was in it. You know what I'm saying? Like they do a great job, bro. Like the shit is funny as hell, bro. And it's an all black cast. You know what I'm saying? So it's Comedy Central got one with this one. I don't know if it's still running because I'm watching it on HBO Max, but yeah, this joint is hilarious, bro. It's called Southside. It's on Comedy Central, but if you don't want to watch it on Comedy Central, you want to binge it like I'm doing, you can watch it on HBO Max.
That's what's up, man. I actually got two. I got two. I don't know how I ended up finding the time to watching a lot of shit, but my first one is I guess we would call it a documentary on Amazon Prime. A Man Named Scott. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. So Kid Cudi did this documentary about, you know, his battle with drugs, his you know, his depression and all this type of shit. Like footage of him like being so fucking zombie. Like, dude, it was one where he walked up to a fan, signed the autograph, and literally fell. Like just passed out, dude. Like so he talked about, you know what I'm saying, his drug usage, and then talked about how much pressure it is of like, I mean, obviously, I've done 2 episodes, one on Stolen Time, one on 28 Minutes, where I was like, Kid Cudi saved my life type of joint. And so they had like a lot of fans talking about it, and he was like, that's a lot of pressure on me as well. Of like, if there's that many people who is using my music to cope with, you know, certain shit, then he got to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, so he talked about the pressure in that, how he checked himself in the rehab when he finally got to the point where he was like he was having a lot of suicide thoughts and stuff like that. So that it was good, man. It was really good, and he broke down that first album, that Man on the Moon. So so they kind of went down track for track. And like the thing about it, if you really listen to what he's saying, like even Day and Night seems like a poppy song, but if you listen to that shit is depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to the words, so it's kind of confusing if you're not a Kid Cudi fan. But anyway, A Man Named Scott, that was on Amazon Prime. And the other thing I started out of nowhere, I didn't even know, and I wonder why this dude was going around talking to everybody. I just didn't listen to any of it. I wonder why Kevin Hart was going around talking.
Oh yeah. My mom just watched it too. Yeah.
True story, boy.
Is it good?
True story. I ain't even gonna front. It's alright. A way to say it without really giving anything away is basically he's a comedian, but he has a fuck up brother, basically. That older brother, which is Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
And like, so his brother, he's always bailing his brother out, but his managers and everybody around him, like, yo, you gotta stop fucking with your brother. Like, it's getting to the point where it's too much. And like, he has helped his brother out so much. He even bought his brother a restaurant, but the restaurant ended up failing. But like, so he's done so much for his brother. But anyway, he ended up getting caught into the situation, and his brother helped him get out. But there's a huge twist in it. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was funny to see Kevin Hart play a role where, even though he's a comedian, it's not a comedic role at all.
Yeah, he not being the funny man all the time.
Yeah. Like, so, and then another thing, it talks about like these, you know, just the pressure of, you know, being the one person that make the money, and the whole thing of like, we hear people saying that, oh man, at some point you got to say no. You got that, but then you also got the thing of where you seeing he's going through one of the most traumatic things ever. I'm not gonna say what it is because like you just got to watch it, and you still gotta flip that switch and talk to these fans and people taking pictures of you, and you know what I'm saying, and like all of that shit. And like, it was one scene where the pressure got too much for him and he flipped out on his fan. So like, it's really good. It's hard for me to talk about without giving it away. Like, you just have to see it. But True Story on Netflix, I think was it 7 episodes? I think it was a 7 episode. It's a limited series joint.
Okay.
So I believe it's 7 episodes. But I think you would enjoy it, even though it's not like, I know you love your comedic stuff, but it's not comedic, but it has a good storyline to it. Let's say that.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So y'all check that out. So, man, this film that we got today, man, is a real good one. 2010 film. Starring Chris Brown, Hayden Christensen, Matt Dillon, Michael Ealy, Idris Elba, T.I., Jay Hernandez, Paul Walker, you know what I'm saying? Takers. Great movie. And Zoe Saldana. You know what I'm saying? This had a pretty good cast, man. They had some other people in it that's known as well. But it's basically about a team of guys who set up heists, and you know what I'm saying, they live the high life. And I mean the high life. However, they had a job back in 2004, and then next thing you know, one of their people got caught. He finally got out, and you know what I'm saying, he come to him with a new job. But at the end of the day, it's a setup, and you already know where it goes from there. So, you know what I'm saying, rewatching this, You know what I'm saying? We always got to talk about how it was when we first seen it compared to now. 2010, you know what I'm saying, watching it, you know what I'm saying, you was hyped. T.I. was super big around the time, so this is one of his, you know what I'm saying, movies. Chris Brown was big around the time, so you know what I'm saying, you like, oh man, this is dope. Paul Walker was doing the Fast and Furious joints. Michael Ealy, he wasn't at that level yet, but he was getting there. Everybody know Matt Dillon, you know what I'm saying, dude been in it forever. Hayden Christensen, he was in a couple movies. And of course, you know, he got all the hoes, and then Idris Elba, man. Idris Elba was the man, you know what I'm saying? So this movie was one that everybody wanted to go see, that I remember. And after, you know what I'm saying, watching it and then rewatching it, you know what I'm saying, earlier, this movie stands up, bro. This movie held its own. You know what I'm saying? It lasted the test of time, bro. It's not a bad movie at all. The storyline ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know why T.I., you know what I'm saying, is mad at these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't.
You don't?
Hell no. Oh, we starting off the jump. Oh,
yeah,
let's do this.
Oh, how don't you understand why he mad?
He a bitch, man.
What you mean?
Man, listen. This is, you know, I'm with this crime shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm with this crime shit. Okay, so the breakdown is in the 2004 job, everybody doing the job. Obviously, something went wrong.
Yeah.
T.I. got shot. He got caught, and so he had to take the bid, right? This is the thing about doing crime. Anytime you do organized crime, there's rules. I was about to say rules of engagement, but like there are rules. There's rules to the game. The rules that they set up in the beginning. If you get caught, there's no contact.
Right.
Because if there is contact, they can tie us into you, and then we'll go to jail for that 04 job. Now, the other thing is they told him, well, not him, but in the rules, basically, from the job that we did, if you got caught, when you get out, you get that cut. You know what I'm saying? Because you was on that job. He was all pissed off for the fact of, for number one, that he got caught and he took a bullet and he didn't rat them out. He felt that they should have came and talked to him. That's not how this shit work, man. When you do organized crime, and then his girl got took. What would you expect?
That's one of the reasons, but that's not why he mad, bro.
Why
he almost died when he took the bullet.
Okay.
What you mean, okay? Nigga, I almost died. I almost died. Then on top of that, nigga, I had to go to jail. Yeah, I'm pissed off at you niggas.
What do you want them to do? You want them to put everybody at risk because you got shot?
It ain't about putting everybody at risk. This shit was supposed to go smooth. We supposed to have this shit on point. Why is this shit so sloppy to where I end up taking a bullet, or any of us for that matter, is end up taking a bullet on the brink of death, and then I end up going to jail? But
this is the thing, though. That's a risk at everything. All these crimes don't go. Even the job that they did in the movie, a dude riding a bike fucked the whole plane up.
That's the second one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The first job was beautiful.
But we don't. But look at the practice they had. Them. We don't know. Well, 5 years went by. So if you've been doing this shit, we don't know if that 04 job was the first job.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, I understand why he was mad, though. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I get why the nigga was mad. Nigga got shot, nigga went to jail, and he lost his girl. And then you ain't lose your girl. You ain't lose your girl to like one of the cool niggas. You lost your girl to the nerd with the pretty eye. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man.
I mean, yeah, I can see him being upset about the girl thing because you like, yo, it's 5 years, but at the same time, she know the game as well. So, and then when you doing organized crime, like a lot of the times, the girls end up messing around with the same guys anyway. This is the whole shit that Nicky Barnes flipped on because, you know what I'm saying, somebody in the crew started fucking this girl. But this is what you got to understand. This girl been around this crew and she don't really interact with anybody else because y'all don't want her talking that crime shit to people that y'all don't know. So they end up being around the same people. So my whole vision of him being like, okay, I understand that you are upset, but you also have to know this is shit that we already went over. Okay, maybe the girl thing, but maybe we didn't put that in the rules. But it's like you locked up for 5 years. What do you expect her to do? Because the way it seemed, she was around them 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it only made Yeah, so it only makes sense that she would fuck with somebody that's in the crew because y'all don't want just different girls coming in and out because and not even just girls. I mean, even dudes, like you don't want. I mean, put it this way: you don't want people going in and out the circle because
Right.
once that happens,
It gets too
pillow,
messy.
yeah, pillow talking start happening,
Mm-hmm.
all this little chatter start happening, and then y'all end up getting caught. So I get him being upset, but to do what he did to portray the whole crew, I felt that he was completely in the wrong for the simple fact of you have to know once you get into this game, there is no contact if you get caught.
Now I
All right,
think what he did at the end was some sucker shit. When
that
he
was
set
yeah,
him up with the Russians, that was some
yeah.
sucker shit, bro. Because after they got the job done, he gave my man the card, bro. Like, here go your money and everything. You good to go. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this shit cleaned up, and we'd have been straight.
Yep.
Come on, man. Then not only that, bro, he never had to do that. He
Well,
didn't have
think
to do
about it.
nothing. He didn't even have to. When the dude called him, the dude didn't even know where they was gonna be at.
This is true, but do you think that there was no way they were going to be able to track them down though?
I don't think the Russians would have ever been able to track them down, bro. He was the
Because
only one that was linked to the Russians.
he was, but like
And if it
I
wasn't
think,
for him, they would have never got caught by the police.
but this is the thing though. I think the reason why he went about it the way he did was because he wanted the whole score. Remember, because he went to the
Exactly.
plane,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
had to
Yeah.
take everybody out. He
Yeah.
had to have the Russians take them out, and so he
Mm-hmm.
could skate under the radar, get all the 04 job money and all the
Mm-hmm.
money from that job, and go on about his life. But he wouldn't have been able to do that with this whole crew still being alive.
Man,
So
T.I. did a great job acting in this too. Because at
acting,
first, when he first came out, what you mean acting?
he wasn't. That's Ti, dude. That was not acting. That's him.
Yeah, he was acting, man. He was acting. Listen,
No.
because I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he first got out, I was like, man, this dude's smooth. I like this character. I'm like, man, this dude's smooth, bro. You know what I'm saying? He talking the talk, walking the walk. He done showed how good of a criminal he is. He done broke into, you know what I'm saying, Paul Walker house and everything. He doing his thing. Then toward the end, bro, all that switched. I just started hating him more and more. I'm like, bro, this nigga's an asshole. So that's what I'm saying. He did a great job at playing that role, man. He evoked some emotion out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a, you know what I'm saying, that's a hard thing to do, to be able to have somebody, you know what I'm saying, like especially a character like that, to be able to have people like you in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I enjoyed his character in the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying, smooth talker. He was witty, he was quick. And then toward the end, bro, you know what I'm saying, he was just the ultimate bad guy. And I think he did a great job in doing that.
He was, but his best scene was when he was standing there directing traffic. But that just the ad libbing, he was not ad
Oh,
libbing,
yeah.
but like just the talking.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, that shit was hilarious, but he
Yeah.
was like, he told my man Gordon, because he was like, because he told John to take him out. He was
Mhm.
like, and so he was like, he seen it coming, and so then they fucked up the blast because of the bike went by. And so
Mhm.
they were like, yo, abort mission. He was like, nah, y'all don't see what I see up here. I was like, yo, that shit is fucking
Yeah.
funny, but that
He
shit is
did a great
hilarious.
job, bro.
He did.
So, you know what I'm saying? The head of the team, man, you just brought him up, Gordon. He was the head of the team. His second in command was John, played by Paul Walker. And then you had AJ, played by Hayden Christensen. You had Jake and Jesse, played by Michael and Chris Brown, respectively. What did you think of the crew? Because I thought that was a dope crew to have. Like, for them to be as smart as they was, as tactical as they was, and then as on point as they was. And then not only that, they wasn't robbing them and then like going to bury the money in the backyard. Like, they was robbing them and then putting the money in offshore accounts. Like, that's fire, bro.
It's definitely fire. I think they had a great team. I think Jesse was just guilty by association. Like, you know what I'm saying? His brother's in it. Obviously, their pops must have been something similar
Yeah,
because their dad was in jail. But I think the brains of the group was AJ. I think AJ
yeah,
was the one who, if it wasn't from him, I don't think any of these, especially these new jobs, would have went down as smoothly as they went. You know, even Ghost said when the first job, you know, they robbed the bank. You know what I'm saying? They knew. I think it was the 6th floor was under construction. There was no cameras there.
26th floor.
Oh, the 26th floor.
26th
like
floor.
they knew. Blew the elevator. So like, but AJ stood on. He was on the roof the whole time. He had the cop outfit on. AJ knew, yo, one of these news people are gonna come, and we gonna use the fucking helicopter, the news helicopter, to get out of here. And Ghost had said, yo, when I saw that the chopper was stolen, that had AJ written all over it. So it tells you, like, for them to, cause think about it. Think if that helicopter never would have came. How they would have got out the building?
What eventually a helicopter was gonna come, because remember when they was leaving out, the one dude from the other news channel was like, man, look at channel 14 going the wrong way. That's why they're not number one now. Like, so somebody was going to end up landing and getting there.
Yeah, so I liked his character, and then he was also the best fighter. Remember when they went to pick up the C4, and
he was getting busy.
He was getting busy in there, and then not T.I., but Ghost and John coming in, and I like what T.I. said. But dang, I
put 3 holes in your head like a bowling ball.
Hey, that shit was funny. But they was like, he said, look like you were getting your ass whooped. He was like, he said, oh man, he said something about, did you have it taken care of? He was like, yeah, and he did.
Yeah,
they were whooping. They had to pull him off a dude. Like, what do you mean? Look like he
I'm
need help?
I'm gonna tell you what's funny, right? So when John come in, you know what I'm saying, they settle everything and he put the gun to dude. He was like, where's the C4 at? And he was like, it's in the shed. He said, speak English. He said, it's in the shed. He said, where's the C4? He said, oh, it's in the shed? Speak up. Where is it? He said, it's in the shed. He get up, he fix his suit. He said, it's in the shed. And then they walked off. I was rolling. I'm like, hey, that's hilarious, man. They had a lot of good little moments like that in the movie.
They did, man. And then like Gordon, you know, he was dealing with his sister Naomi, you know, she's having a drug problem, and so he have her in rehab, and she had 1 week left, 1 week of rehab left. She couldn't stay in there.
Seemed like everybody was getting out early, huh?
I know, right? Yeah, because T.I. got a year, and that's another thing. That's another thing. So I wonder if he would have done the time that he was supposed to do, would they would have had like a coming home party type of thing for him? You know what I mean? Because he came home unexpected. They didn't know he was getting out. Right. He got out a year early. But then with him getting out a year early, I think that they kind of like, all right, did he snitch? Because I mean, he didn't snitch in the beginning.
In the beginning, that's it, when they was kind of leaning off of him, like kind of, you know what I'm saying, backing away from him when they was in the club talking. That's the feeling that you got. Like, I think they think you was telling or something. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you never know, because Gordon said it. He was like, well, he really ain't say nothing. And, you know what I'm saying, the whole time he's in there, he ain't really say nothing, or he ain't give us up. But at the same time, it's like, you get out early, my dude. Like, I mean, what's up, man? So,
yeah, because it's like, could have been a time where it's like, all right, y'all, I ain't gonna snitch. And then that time started creeping up. And you like, you know what? I'm sitting here protecting these dudes. And, you know, I feel unappreciated. You know what I mean? And he was like, maybe I'll tell the 4th year I'm in. So, yeah, like, I think that's why there was tension in the room. But I also was there tension in the room. But for him to break into John's house and get straight to the chase of like, yo, I got a job. Like, the fuck? Like, you just got out 24 hours ago and you talking about a job? And then the smart thing that they did, they did a job a year. So they would always wait for the heat to, you know what I'm saying, to calm down before they would do another job. So basically, if 04 was their first job, you know what I'm saying, they done 4 jobs after that. So think about the planning. If you got a whole year to plan a job, like, I think that's why that one went so smooth as the way that it did. And for them to rush this job, and even they had 5 days, and they had a great plan.
They had a hell of a plan to pull that off in less than a week.
Yeah, less than a week, and the only thing that fucked them up was a dude on a bike.
Yeah.
So that tells you like how in sync this crew is.
Yeah.
And the only reason that these dudes even got caught, like Ghost, he don't understand. He fucked everything up. For the simple fact of even going to the Russians and leaving. Well, he didn't leave it. They asked for identification, and he gave them his band. Yeah, and the band ended up being in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And just that band being in the picture.
How the cop found out.
Yeah, and I think that the way that they set it up, and see, and I don't know if anybody saw it. You might have saw it. You're a great movie guy. When he was sitting in that cell, he was just playing with it. You know what I mean? Just like you ain't thinking about it at the time. Oh, you know, he's playing with this band. It ain't nothing. But then when they show that band in that picture, then you remember, oh shit, he was just toying around with it in the beginning of the movie. So it's like for them to put that in the script of like, this band is going to be important later. You know what I'm saying? And that band, just that band, fucked the whole plan up because that band got Jack onto them.
Yep.
But then let's transition a little bit. So now you got Jack and Eddie. You know what I'm saying? They got their own shit. They get a tip about these Haitians. They go do the drop on them. Jack is already. Well, Jack is already. I guess we can call him a little aggressive when he makes some arrests. You know, he you know, he got a reputation, let's say.
Jack was super cop in this movie, bro.
He was super cop in Terrible Dad.
Exactly, super cop.
Yes, you can only be great at one thing in this movie. It is not parenting. And so they going through their set of things because obviously Eternal Affairs now been on Jack before for this thing.
Yep.
But during that bus, Eddie made everyone believe his suspect got away. Kind of find out he stole some money, got caught on camera. And so what do you think about the whole dynamic of Eddie and Jack and the shit that they was going through?
Well, you could tell that was close, man. You could tell that was like kind of in a way like brothers in a sense, because you know what I'm saying, the one scene where Jack was doing all that research and then he looked at the picture to find Ghost Band, whose real name was Delonte Rivers, by the way. I had to pause it to see the name on the band. His real name was Delonte Rivers. That's hilarious. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, when he seen the band that Ghost had on in the picture, you know what I'm saying, he went over there, he was up all night, he was sleeping in the car, he seen Eddie's kids outside playing basketball, and you know what I'm saying, it switched the scene, he outside boxing the kids out, you know what I'm saying, playing basketball with the kids. So you know what I'm saying, he in the house, he chilling, the wife asked, do she want, you know what I'm saying, want me to make you something to breakfast or whatever. So they seem to be super close, you know what I'm saying. Eddie knew about Sunday, his daughter, so they had a great dynamic. And I think that for Jack to find out that Eddie did that and then actually seeing him do that, I think that kind of broke him up a little bit because, you know what I'm saying, Jack was going through a divorce, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't really seeing his kid like he wanted to. And then, you know what I'm saying, to find out that your partner is basically a dirty cop, you know what I mean? Like, and this is somebody you trust, this is somebody you want to have your back, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go out, you know what I'm saying, every time y'all on patrol, and this is somebody who's supposed to be the eyes in the back of your head, and you can't even trust him at this point. So I think Jack was really going through his own thing. Apparently, Eddie had way too many kids than he was supposed to because he was out here stealing money, trying to make sure the mortgage and stuff was paid. But that was crazy.
I get what you're saying, but like they made it seem like somebody must have got sick because he said something about doctor bills. That was the reason why he couldn't pay the mortgage, wasn't it? I thought he said something about
I thought it was just the fact like they weren't getting paid enough, and like I said, with all them kids that he had, you see that his house was all nice. Like he looked like he was living a pretty good life. So
because he said because Jack was like, why didn't you tell me you was having money problems? I could have helped you out. He was like, this is money that you couldn't save in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So apparently something happened. It wasn't it wasn't just mortgage, but also I don't know if this is cops not communicating or what, but they said that the reason Eddie got caught was because they said that there was already surveillance on those Haitians.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, and I get that scene when he was like, yo, the money was just right there. Like, just imagine these dudes got, how do we want to put it? They got your salary for a year just sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You put your life on the line and they got your salary in a year. So I'll probably double your salary just sitting there.
Right.
And it's like, we know. Come on. We ain't gonna sit here and act like these cops. Oh, I found 150,000 when it really was 200,000. Like, ain't nobody gonna know. I'm pretty sure they done shaved a few off the top. So I thought that dynamic of them Jack having problems with his ex and not being a father to his daughter, Eddie going through the things that he's going through, having money problems, and then for them to set it up the way that they set up with Internal Affairs wanting to talk to Jack. And because remember when he finally went and he was just like, oh, I gotta make judgments calls out there. This is bullshit. No. And they're like, Jack, man, just shut the hell up and get in here.
We're not in here for you, stupid.
Yeah, we ain't in here for you, dummy. Like, yeah, it's usually you, but this time it's not. So I thought that whole dynamic was cool. I thought that was really good. And then, like we mentioned earlier, we didn't really close it out because another reason it wasn't just Ghost that got them caught. Naomi fucked the shit up too.
Yeah, big time.
Because when Naomi stole that money, and then her and that other crackhead used one of those marked bills because they had already got the Cozier name.
Yep.
And so then when Jack just didn't give a shit. Jack went in there. He beat the shit out of that crackhead.
Issues, man.
Yeah, he definitely got anger issues. So he go in and beat the shit out of him. He's like, Naomi. And then they missed my dude by 20 minutes. He bailed his sister out. Yo, we got to talk about, is this girl really a track star? Because when she got out that car, but I know she ran a 4.4 going down that alleyway, but
hey man, that's what crack do to you. You know what crack does, man. Don't act like you don't know nothing about it. When have you ever seen a slow crackhead?
Hey, but I'm telling you, bud.
I don't care how big they are. I don't care about none of that. When have you ever seen a slow crackhead or one that can die?
Yo, crackhead is a superhero, man.
That's what I'm saying. So when Jack was beating on him, he probably didn't even really feel that.
Yeah, he was just hungry or some shit.
There you go.
Like,
there you go.
Like you can twist my arm all day. I just need some food or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so that ended up really throwing a monkey wrench in there as well. Like so, I would say it was 80% Ghost and 20% Naomi. Because Naomi fucked the shit up because she was supposed to be in there for another week. If she would have stayed in there for a week, the marked bills would have been gone. It wouldn't have been an issue with that. They never would have been linked to that job because all they had was security footage and they ain't know what they were looking at.
Pretty much. Well, so, Jack figured it out.
No, the only reason Jack figured it out was because they followed Ghost from his parole, taking a piss test.
But remember, when they followed him, they really didn't have nothing. He really didn't have nothing to go on. He just seen that Jesse did that little maneuver. And then when he seen that, he knew like, okay, that looked familiar, So, you know what I'm saying? He was basically just linking them up. Because remember, Eddie was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can say that, but you don't have no evidence. And then when Naomi did it, that's when the bills really hit. So the Ghost thing, it was, I don't know, it might have been 80% Naomi, 20% Ghost.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why it's Ghost, because they followed Ghost from the look. So,
but listen, the only reason they followed Ghost was because of the Russians. Oh well, never mind. That's Ghost too.
Yeah, exactly. So they went to the Russians because there was the shootout, the whole shootout thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then they see the armband in there. They was like, why is just Delonte Rivers' name is in here?
Mm-hmm.
And so they was like, all right. So the only thing we got is to follow this dude. We know he got to see his parole officer. So let's follow him from his parole officer while he got his daughter. He's supposed to be taking her to the farmer's market to get a damn cheeseburger.
And the La Brea Tar Pits.
Exactly. And so then they follow him to the spot. So then he's like, oh, man, he's talking to this dude. Man, that looks like the same guy that's in the surveillance video that I was watching. Yeah. And so then he got a body shape and a face, and then he sees the hand gesture. So he's like, oh, shit, that was in the tape as well. So now I got a face to something that I didn't have a face.
Right.
So then he watches then he's able to look at the footage and see who got on the elevator. Then he see that he got out the elevator, and then what gave him more justification was when Naomi got locked up, and then for the counterfeit bill, not counterfeit, but the marked bills, Cozier, boom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they really are the biggest reasons why they even got caught in the first place.
Big time, man. So going into the betrayal of Ghost, man. So they pulled off the heist, even though it went left. You know what I'm saying? Jack came through, saved the day.
You mean John?
John, yeah, my fault. John came through and saved the day. And then at the end of it all, they found a way to escape. Once they escaped, Ghost set them up in the most dirtbaggish way.
Hold up. It's a little too quick. Hold on a second.
I know I ain't even get into the fact. I ain't even get into Jesse and
okay.
I ain't get into them two yet. So they set him up in the most horrible way, man. The Russians, well, not the Russians, Sergey, the dude he was locked up with, he calls him and he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I told you to be the dispatcher. You know what I'm saying? What did you do? So he break it down. He like, look, man, I got you your money. He like, I'm about to convince them to give you give them your money, and then it is what it is. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I got it faster than you was ever gonna be able to get it. So he said, all right, he said, I'm gonna give you the room number once we in there. We're supposed to be at the Roosevelt Hotel. They get to the Roosevelt Hotel, and you know what I'm saying? The boy Ghost start acting real funny. Now, before we get to that part, let's go ahead and we're gonna get into Jesse. My man Jesse, you know what I'm saying? He in I forgot what the stop was. It was
Pershing Square.
Yeah, they get there or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, Jack and Eddie going down the, you know what I'm saying, they going down the
drive of shame.
Huh?
I said the drive of shame.
No, it wasn't the drive of shame yet. They was walking down the steps. So they get to the steps. As they walking down the steps, they look and they, you know what I'm saying, Jack look, he like, oh, that's old dude from the meetup. So he tell Eddie, hey man, let's go get him. It's the dude in the gray ball cap. They chase him down. I didn't know Chris Brown knew parkour.
Yo, listen, Chris Brown.
I'm not surprised, but I didn't know he knew parkour. Chris
Brown was goddamn Spider-Man about this bitch.
Bro, he was getting loose on them, bro. He was getting
loose. That's why I thought that when this movie came out, I was like, yo, Chris Brown about to be the new action star, like, of all time.
He could have did it. He definitely could have did it.
Because I really thought that he was gonna skyrocket after this.
Yeah,
as far as movie wise, I thought he was, because like he had a good performance. It didn't sound like he was, reading. And like the movie didn't highlight him, but he stood out in everything that he did.
I bet say with that scene, it definitely did. But so you know what I'm saying, he basically take them on a nice little run. He getting away. He go to like this. I don't know if it was a hotel or just a so like just a regular office building, wherever it was. My man, you know what I'm saying, he get a one-on-one with Eddie, and he shoot Eddie and basically kill him. So once he does that, he gets off, you know what I'm saying? He gets to the meetup at the hotel, Roosevelt Hotel. Got it. Gets to the Roosevelt Hotel, Ghost start acting funny. He tell them, yo, I shot a cop. You know what I'm saying? Gordon was about to whoop his ass, broke it up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody broke it up. And then
hold up. He said, look, he said I was there. Then they just started chasing me. They picked you out the crowd.
Yeah. So after that happened, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the Russians pull up. You know what I'm saying? Ghost, he going to the bathroom. He act like he taking a shower, which I thought was weird, but it was actually pretty dope how he used that to escape. He gets up out of there out the window. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, go get Ghost. Let's go ahead and tell him it's time to go. So he knock on the door. He ain't there. He break in the door. He realize Ghost gone. Man, soon as he come back to say it, boom, shotgun through the door. My man AJ take one. I said, oh, I thought he was dead right there, right? Nah, my man wasn't dead. My man got up, started busting back, hopped over the bar. So now they all shooting. You know what I'm saying? Sergey come in, kicking the door. He waving the shotgun around, shooting. Then the next dude come in, AJ smoke him. And then they just have a shootout for a long, long time. Basically, who was it? It was Jake that basically stopped everything. He went around. He used his smarts. You know what I'm saying? Shot the dude outside with the shotgun. Got to say 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah, I got to do something real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
Everything straight?
Yeah, I had to move some shit out the fucking garage.
Shit, I forgot. I know we was talking about
we was talking about Sergey, Jesse. I think we talked about
okay, yeah. We was at right where Jesse and
went back to the club.
Jake
right?
went back to the club, yeah.
All right. So basically Jesse and Jake, they get back to the club. Jesse runs upstairs. Jake sees it, you know what I'm saying, on the bar. Lily was on the bar. He go over there to check on her, find out that she died. It looked like Ghost pushed her through the window.
No, he shot her in the head, dude. She had a hole in her head, in the forehead.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes. Go back and look. There's a hole in her forehead.
Yeah, I missed that because I was sitting there looking. It just looked like he pushed her from the glass because there was glass and shit around there too. So after that happened, Jesse go upstairs. He see, all the money and shit is gone. And then police pull up to the club. They get there. They loading up their weapons. And them niggas went out in the blaze of glory, man.
Hey, listen, that was the worst. That was the worst accident in the whole movie. Like the way they was falling when they got shot.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
That was terrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
But so AJ dead, you know what I'm saying? Jesse and Jake dead, Lily dead, and the only people left is Ghost,
Gordon and John.
Gordon and John.
And Jack.
Yeah, and Jack. So they all end up meeting up at the airport in Van Nuys. And then, you know what I'm saying? They tried to call my man Scott, the money guy, and he was already on the phone bullshitting. And then he was on the phone bullshitting. So then, you know what I'm saying? He get on the plane. He sitting there. He kicking it. He chilling. And Ghost come out. Pow, pow. Cap him and his homeboy. Pick up the suitcases. Walk off real smooth. And it looked like he about to get away.
Yep.
I mean, Gordon pop up out of nowhere. Tell him freeze. And then they getting into it. The next thing you know, here comes Jack. He fucked it up. It's a goddamn Mexican standoff. They shoot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody shoot each other. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like because Ghost was already shot, when he had got shot, it wasn't as bad for him. I think that's why he didn't fall down. Because he was the only one left standing after that. He got hit.
He did? Okay.
He was holding his side.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
When he was walking over talking to Gordon. So once they got to talking, Jack was about to make a move. He told him not to do nothing. He was about to go ahead and kill him. And then who was it? John. John came out of nowhere, shot Ghost, killed Ghost. And then basically helped Gordon up. He was about to kill Jack, but you know what I'm saying? He just let him go. They get in the truck. Somehow Naomi was still back there asleep. And then they get in the truck and drive off to paradise, bro.
Yeah. I thought it was a good and that's why, because of all the people who died, that's why when we was doing the Coming Soon, I said they should do a prequel. To show like how the whole crew even got together, because
they got to show what happened in 2004.
They do got to show what happened in 2004, but see, that would be the way the movie would have to end.
Right.
It would end with Ghost getting locked up.
Yeah. Or if they did one of the ones where they showed you what happened in 2004 and they just go back in time and show you up to that point, they could do it like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope as well, because remember he told John that he was like, he had said something about don't count me out. He was like, you were boosting cars in Riverside when we decided to bring you on. But so he was just out stealing cars. Like he wasn't even really doing jobs. Right. So it would be great to see him like boosting cars and like then show how he got involved with the crew and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's why I said prequel, because that would be the only way you could bring the whole crew back. The only thing is, could you even use Chris Brown? Because I think that he would be
locked
too
up
old. Yeah, because he did say he was in juvie.
Yeah, but remember, I think that's why he ended up getting on, because I think that's why he ended up getting on with them, and that's why Jake brought him in, because remember he was talking about how he was locked up.
Yeah, because he was saying how they didn't want to go see their dad because he'd been to juvie. He was like, I'm never going back there ever again. So. Right. So yeah, I think that this movie, man, it was especially at the time, but like you said, it holds the test of time. I think this is a movie that would never like really get old, because they don't really show cell phones, so it's not really a technology. I mean,
they in there, but like you said, it ain't as prominent.
Yeah,
like the screen ain't all close up on it and shit like that. So yeah, you're right. You're definitely right about that.
Cool.
So you ready for the Fire Flame?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yoga Fire. Yoga Flame.
I'll let you take the wheel on this one, bro.
All right, man. Like I said, for a 2010 film, I think that this, like we just mentioned, it stands the test of time. What I do like about it is like the type of criminals that they were. They were clean cut criminals. Like they always wore. They was suited and booted. They always had suit and ties, bow ties, all that type of stuff. They dressed the part. They looked the part.
Yep.
The cast was incredible. We know when it comes to Chris Brown, Idris Elba, rest in peace to Paul Walker, Matt Dillon. Like, I mean, it's like everybody was in this movie. The cast was great. I thought the story was great. I do wish that there could have been a sequel, but it kind of hurt the fact that Paul Walker died. But to be honest, man, I'm gonna give it for the type of film that it is, I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5, man.
Nice. Yeah. I have to agree with you, man. I enjoy and appreciated the fact that they made them dapper criminals and not like, street thugs. The fact that they actually made them like, international type criminals that was doing heists instead of just doing regular robberies. Like, this is a heist movie at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some Ocean's 11 type shit, like on that level. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they made them intelligent, the fact that they made them, you know what I'm saying, a unit, they had them all. They all had their thing. They was owners of a bar and shit like that. Like, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how you would see it if you was in the crime world. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's making that type of money, they would put it in the right places to invest it and make more money. The fact that they talking with an accountant about, you know what I'm saying, taking their money and letting it build over time and shit like that, I thought that was dope. Like I said, I enjoyed what T.I. did. I thought he was great. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna give it a 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 4 though. But I highly, appreciate this movie. So coming soon, man.
Let's go.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
So coming soon, this is one that you've been telling me to, get on since we started this month. You know what I'm saying? You've been on it, man. You've been letting me know how great of a movie this is. So the next episode we got next Tuesday, man, we bringing The Good Son to you. I'm not too much, sure about this movie. I don't really know what it's about. This will be my first time watching it, so I'm gonna let you take the reins, bro.
Yeah, listen. So we got The Good Son coming up. This is one of those movies that I stumbled upon when I was a kid. This is when Macaulay Culkin was on his run. It was, right after, the Richie Rich and the Home Alones and all this type of stuff. It's a totally different movie. Like it's called The Good Son to be funny.
Like
this kid, yes, he was terrible. This was the worst kid in, I was about to say America. This was the worst kid in the world. Like this kid was bad. Like this dude committed I don't know how many murders, and he was like 13 years old. Like it was just crazy. So
okay, let's stop right there then. Now I'm into it. Now we talking.
Yes.
But as long as it's not like as long as it's not like Sweet Girl, where like this nigga doing like MMA moves and shit, action packing like grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? And then we thinking that it's a grown man doing all this, and come to find out it's this 112-pound girl.
No. It's more like, okay, right. For instance, so he got this idea he want to do something. So him and I think in this movie, Elijah Woods was his cousin. So him and his cousin is like carrying this doll like thing. It's like this adult sized doll. Yeah. And so they're just, walking. He and Elijah Woods, he don't know what's going on. So he's walking with him. So they go to this bridge, my guy, on the top of an interstate. And this dude pushed that body off the bridge and caused a pileup.
Okay, yeah, I got to see this now because that's some crazy shit. They're having some white boy fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we gonna recover. We're gonna review that movie Tuesday, bro. Shit. So yeah, make sure y'all check us out on all the socials, man. Instagram and Twitter is at View9Pod. You can find us on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. Make sure you send us your review of the movie or TV show on whatever episode you listen to. Let us know with the fire emoji 1 through 5. If you got to put a 0.5 behind however many, that's cool too. But definitely make sure it's 1 through 5 and put hashtag View9. Yeah, check me out on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. You can also check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Scoots Bronson. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my gaming thing. And hey man, go to my Twitter as well, man. Check out my NFTs. I got a bunch of NFTs. I got some very affordable ones too, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you go check those out, man. If you like them, cop them. If not, send them to somebody who will. And that's all I got.
Cool. You can check me out at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter, at 28 Minutes or Less Pod on IG as well, at 28 Minutes or Less on Facebook. Still working on a new episode. I got an idea for a new episode of 28 Minutes or Less that I want to do. So be on the lookout for that. That will be coming out very soon. We took a hiatus on the 4-3 pod. Yeah. But we will be back next week.
Definitely. We'll be talking about this week and next week.
Yeah. Well, wasn't really a lot to happen, to be honest with you.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, the only thing I even saw, like NFL Network is dead right now, man. Like they just showed the dude from the Bills got an ACL injury. And I don't even know the guy.
We could talk about how the weak ass Cowboys blew a goddamn game.
Man. We know
the Raiders too. They almost blew it. Weak motherfuckers. But yeah, man, definitely. I can't wait for it. But until Tuesday, fellas. Oh my god. I'm sorry, man. Till Tuesday, audience. Like they say in Hollywood, man, that is a wrap.
Cut.